It all began with a small, reoccurring pain. What began as being insignificant, over time became excruciating. Pain is a clever fellow. It sure lets you know that it's there, but its source and location it keeps secret, while gaining a most evil stronghold. For a long time I was easy prey for the pain. It came with lashings of fear. When you're in constant pain and afraid also, the soul itself becomes weakened and the beast gains a foothold. Time came when I needed help. Before long the hunt was on. The medical testing was awful and degrading, but eventually the beast was identified and located. Let battle commence. It was time to entirely entrust those who were about to attempt to save my life. As the anaesthetic filled my veins, I remember looking at the eyes of the medical team. One female appeared to have a tear upon her cheek. Then I was out. My operation lasted several hours. Although I was unconscious, I was aware that something big was going on. I awoke into a narcotic haze. Gradually I became aware of the array of tubes and bags attached to my body. My only lucid thought was, well, I'm still alive. I drifted in and out of consciousness for an indeterminate length of time. One night I woke up and my surgeon was beside my bed. He shook my hand and said, "Al, I'm pretty sure that we got all of it." It's no small thing to grasp the hand that saved your life. I cried. The next days I spent cruising on a morphine-induced excursion. Eventually the sedatives I had been prescribed were reduced. Nasty pains travelled throughout my middle body. I ventured to investigate my wounds. They showed evidence of a bloody battlefield of which I had been absent. For the next several days I mentally travelled through and floated above an unfamiliar world. Somehow I knew I was being watched over and safe. I was in a place that was not unpleasant. The pains began to revisit less often, but when they did, it brought me to tears. But tears cast no shadows. I was moved to a new ward, given a window-side bed with a view. But my spirits were low. I felt like a wounded animal stuck and drowned in an inescapable ditch. Then I was slipping into a maze of dreams. Elements of those dreams held the promise of health, strength and freedom. But this as yet was not to be. The day came when the doctors decided I could soon leave hospital. The recovery would be tough, but oh how I was going to miss those angels that posed as nurses. Those wonderful people who had not only aided my bodily recovery, but maybe unknowingly helped salvage my mental and emotional balance. Eventually, I was released from hospital. I was weak and still with some pain, but I was alive and free of cancer. I still have a way to go to be where I could and should be, but I always did. Now I'm trying to do so with a far bigger smile